Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave, yes, see that, the version 3 from Razorock. I can't remember the name of the razor, it'll be below. But yeah, basically the version 3 single edge, which takes not a standard blade, DE blade. It's not a DE blade. It's, let's see, what do they call these things? Artisan style blades, that's what it is, artisan style blades. And then, of course, the Noble Otter Firefighter. And I didn't know this when I ordered this sample, but all proceeds for Noble Otter Firefighter go to the American Red Cross. Kind of cool. Nice way to reach out and help somebody. Just, yeah, buy a shave soap. And, of course, I got this from Maggard's. Maggard's where I get pretty much most of my samples. Not all, but most of them are coming from Maggard's, because they do make such a good amount of samples for us to try. So I encourage you to do so too. But of course, this is going to be in the giveaway as soon as I use it. The scent profile. Reading that and smelling it, it's sweet and a little. I smell the sandalwood, and I can smell the other woodsiness of the cedar in here. But let me read you the profile. And of course, see that's I haven't scooped out yet. But the profile, let's see, they call it an aquatic with light woodsy elements to it. Okay, so and the ingredients to this are grapefruit, lavender, red cedar, water is a scent, okay, sandalwood, and ambergris. Oh, and it is a tallow-based soap. So yes, it does have animal fat in it. Some people don't like that. Vegans, vegetarians may not like that. But a lot of us do like that. I particularly am fond of a tallow-based soap. It's a special fondness in my heart for for that. So yes, so we're going to do that today. I have not put it in my bowl yet. My bowl is still soaking with hot water in it. My porcelain Polish pottery bowl. Let me hold it up right so you can see it. See there with a hummingbird on the flower. You never see this bowl when it doesn't have soap in it. So I'm showing it to you just so you see the pattern. I just think it's a very pretty bowl, and I like that. And it's smooth on the bottom. There's nothing there to help me, boost lather or anything. It's not, but I do enjoy it. And so I do like the warmth, especially as we're starting to come into late summer, early fall time. It's September 30th today in North Carolina. So yes, the upper half of the United States, I'm sure it's much cooler. Well, you haven't seen me in 2 weeks because I was visiting family in upstate New York and New Hampshire and all that. So yeah, I haven't been around. So I was up with the cooler weather and I'm back now. But but it's starting to get a little cooler, and I do enjoy a warm lather on my shave. And truthfully, year round, because we're in the South, we have air conditioning. So yeah, it's cool in the house in the morning too. So something about a nice warm lather is just, ooh, it's just very nice. Almost indulgent, I would say, as part of your daily routine. But with that, let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. Face is washed. You can tell by the dampness around the shirt here a little bit. And of course, I have whipped up my lather with my Sawdust Creations brush handle that has a AP Shave Co. Sinbad knot in it. And of course, the Noble Otter whips up very well. Standard amount for me, I do, let's see, I did 100 swirls clockwise and 150 counterclockwise. I shook out the brush a few times and squeezed it, then I dipped the tips in the water and then went from there, and I never had to add water again. It just worked just like that. So right off the bat, okay. And I've used Noble Otter a few times, but not that I remember how the lathering, how easy it was, but that was pretty darn easy to lather. So yeah, the scent while whipping it up in the bowl, and you don't have to, of course. You can you put it in the brush, load it on your face, whatever. You can do all that stuff too, but I enjoy using a bowl, so I use a bowl. But I did my first 4 years or so or more without a bowl. So yeah, you don't have to have it, but I enjoy it as part of the routine. Oh, that smells wonderful. I'm getting the woodsiness with some sweetness. So it's not a heavy woodsy one at all. It's woodsy and sweet. So I'm liking it. The more I do this, the more I am attracted more to just at least a touch of sweetness. Even in my more woodsy scents, I do enjoy that. And I've got some that are not sweet. They're just, they're just very savory. And where I do enjoy them a little bit, just a tick more with And that's just my personal preference. You may absolutely be the opposite. That's why there's so many to choose from. And I do so many samples to show you. Just to give you a sense if it's something that you might want to try. And of course with Maggard, you can try a sample or you can buy the whole stinking full-size one. Stinking, I shouldn't say that as any kind of word mentioning a shave product, should I? Probably not a good choice of words. Alrighty, but that first layer is on there, and of course, I have to put the blade in this. Yes, I remembered this time first. I have still got to put the blade in. There is a gasket, a little black gasket in the bottom of this thing. Here we go. Put that down. Take the gas. See, there's the gasket. I'm going to take that off before I drop this thing this time. And let me show you the base plate. How this is different. So there we go. Here's the bottom plate and here's the top plate. I took them off just like this. So see, there's like two little bumps. Whoops, put it in range. You can see it, two little bumps there that go into the two little bumps there to keep that on there, and also to keep the blade in position. So let me put that down right like that. While I get out my blades. Today we're using the Kai Pink blades. I also have the Schick something 30 thing there. I got that too. I tend to like these just a tick more I think these are just a tick sharper, and I like that. So that's my preference. So pull this back. I just swung this back and then push forward. Come on, push forward. See how it's coming out? You can see it in the channel. And I'll go to about there and I'll just pull it the rest of the way. And push that up. There we go. Now, here's the sharp side right there at the bottom there. So I'm going to pull it this. This is hard to do up. The camera's up high. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we go any further, I got to show you something. I worked on the electrics before vacation. Let's do this. A little more light in place. There we go. Lighten it up a little more. So yeah, that was a pet project that's been sitting for a while. So got that taken care of a few weeks ago. So yeah, let's make it brighter in here. There we go. So I'm going to put this, I'm trying to do this and not drop it. There we go. See how the blade is sitting, the holes in the blade are sitting on those two posts. And they're not very pronounced posts. They're like nubs really. And here's the top cap. Sorry. So you can see the top cap goes right in there. Okay, there we go. Let me pinch it so you can see it. There we go. And see, there is some more blade exposure with this. Blade gap, let's put the handle on before we look at blade gap. But you can see that it's got some blade exposure to it. There we go. Get on there. I'm trying not to drop it in the sink full of water. Here we go. And this is the handle I chose to go with this head. You have a choice of handles at Razorock for this. And there is no overhang at all. So this is what the little one pieces, a lot of them looked like before the Vector came along. And so it's like, yeah, which would be next week's shave. I kind of use these two razors back to back, my single artisan style blade razors, because I use the same blade on both razors for 2 weeks, because you could do that with one of these blades. They last longer. All right, it's been warmed in the sink. Pass one. And it's a milder razor, not mild, but milder. It's probably more mild to medium range, in my opinion. But with a weight to it's very smooth. It's very nice that way. I had the aluminum version of this, the version 2 in aluminum that was green, and it was nicknamed the Hulk. And I started with that one. That was the less expensive way to start it. And I ended up giving that one away to my son-in-law after I bought this stainless steel version, the version 3. But I liked the version 2 so much, I just wanted it a little heavier because I prefer a heavier razor. Go. Pass one is done. And yeah, one single side, you gotta rinse it out a little bit more often. Oh, that's nice. It's like a sweet sandalwoody, cedary, bright scent. So to have brightness in with a woodsy scent, and there's preponderance, I'd say it's half woodsy and half sweet, but with that preponderance of woodsiness, you'd think it wouldn't be so nice. But I enjoy it. I like the combination of this one affords of the kind of like two scent profiles kind of merging into one, and it is quite nice. There we go. Pass 2 across the grain. Oh, actually, before I go there, let me see if we can we see gap? There's not a lot of gap. If you can't see that, there's not a lot of blade gap. Blade exposure, yes, you see the blade sticks out there a bit, but there's not a lot of blade gap, which is the height gap. To me, this razor wakes up on the second pass across the grain. I'm feeling a little blade feel that I didn't really feel so much in the first pass. I'm feeling it more on this pass, and with that kind of exposure, you're going to get some blade feel. For me, I enjoy a little blade feel, so it doesn't scare me. It did at first. I didn't know what to expect when I got this, but now that I've used it for a number of years, yeah. There we go. Yeah, this razor works out well. Okay, up under the nose as well. Yep, when you come in from the side, makes a world of difference cleaning up so there's not like little tiny hairs way up tight. They're all gone, all shaved off. There we go. It's funny too, when we went up to New York there, I spent some time with my mom and stepdad and enjoyed their company and at their house, and then went over to my son's house in New Hampshire and finished off the week there. And of course, when we were in New Hampshire, we had to get lobsters, so we went to the market basket and got some lobsters. Well, they actually steamed them for. I didn't know they did that. When I worked there back in the 80s, they didn't do that. But apparently, yeah, they do it now. They'll steam your lobsters for you. And I believe it was no extra charge to do that either. We bought a half a dozen lobsters and shared them between 4 of us. My son and his wife, and of course my wife, Linda, and myself. And it was a good feed. It was nice to have the lobsters up in New Hampshire. And I ordered some syrup. When I was there, I just ran out of time, didn't buy any syrup. So I ordered some when I got home. I actually ordered from a place in Vermont, and it just came today, just 20 minutes ago. Pass 3 across the grain. And of course, across the grain, I'm stretching out the skin. I'm not pulling it back with my hands, but I am stretching it out. That's enough for me. If this was a more aggressive razor, then I might want to pinch skin too. And that's, especially if you're trying something if you borrowed a razor for somebody that tends to be more aggressive than you like, then try that. Try pulling on the skin a little bit, making it more taut to see if it helps you minimize any potential nicks. You don't see me do this, especially against the grain on my under here, because it is a sensitive spot for me, but I'm feeling comfortable with this razor, so I'm trying it. Especially right here in the corner of the lips. I have these thick little whiskers that hang out there. Stretch out the neck. Yeah, I'll get a little water on that and buff it out afterwards. I may have noticed too, see, it's only single-sided, but it is wider. So yeah, those blades are wider and thicker than a DE blade. Of course, and more expensive. They end up being like, we'll call it give or take $1 a piece for the blades instead of 10 to 20 cents or so, or 30 cents a blade for the DE blades. So it is a more expensive blade. It does last twice as long, but on a pure cost use basis, yeah, it's not going to match a double edge. But it is a different experience. And of course, in my rotation, I only have 2 razors that take these blades, so this box of blades is going to last a while, and the other box of blades I have 2. So they don't get used a lot, so since it's in my rotation, yeah. But if it was your only razor, then yeah, I know that it's going to be more expensive. And I have to laugh when I say more expensive, because compared to like the multi-blades, no, it's so much cheaper. $1 is nothing compared to those blades. So yeah, that works out well. But, all right, so let me just splash the water on the neck, wake up that shaving cream. There we go. Do a light buffing pass. That's sounding real light. Okay. Oh, one spot right here. Yep. Splash one on the other side. Right around the Adam's apple. Right down there too. Right around the Adam's apple. I wasn't as attentive. Right there, spot right there. All gone. There we go. All right. So we're gonna drain the sink here, wash off. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, guys, I am back. Shave is completed. Washed off the residual soap on my face with a warm washcloth. And now I'm turning on the cold water. And of course, we have to follow this up with 2 splashes of cold water to close up the pores. It's very important to close up the pores. And if you're on the fence about going to DE razor, shaving, and whipping up your own soap, I would suggest you do 2 things before you even buy a razor. One is buy the soap and a brush and learn how to create lather. Whether you do it bowl or face lather, doesn't really matter. The creams work great for face lathering. For the soaps that you push in the bottom of the bowl, kind of work better for that. Or from loading from, if it's a firmer soap, or not a cream but a soap, you can load your brush in the container usually. Especially you got a container like this. I'm just going to randomly pull one. You got a container like that, yeah, you whip it up right in there. You're the only one using it, so it doesn't matter. A lot of my stuff now, especially my newer stuff, I actually take out with a spoon in case I'm sharing a little speck of that soap with somebody because they want to try it. So I'll put them in a little Ziploc bag. So I'll, with my spoon, which you might clean, soap and water it after I'm done shaving. I'll take a sample with that and share it. But to start with, yeah, just get a soap and a brush to start, and also close your pores. Finish your shave, wash your face off with warm water, and then 2 splashes of cold. This is important. So whether you're doing the DE shave or multi-blade, it doesn't matter. This is just something you can do for your skin, just to help your skin. So I've talked enough about it. Let me do it. There we go. 2 splashes of cold water, alum block. And I started the neck because all the water is running down. This has to be wet, so I need it to be wet so it'll glide. Without a wet face, it will not glide. It'll really just stick. And I go around twice. That's kind of what I do. You do it how you want to do it. And this will sting any little places that you got like a micro neck. Or I felt a little spot right there. I could feel a little sting. And a couple minor, super minor spots around like here and here. It's like super minor. There. That worked out well. My skin is improving too. Yeah, ate a lot of crap on vacation, what have you too, and it showed in the skin. So yeah, wasn't drinking enough water and eating crap, and yeah, the skin broke out. But yeah, back home for a week now, and yeah, it's feeling better. So, and of course, we're gonna finish this with who is this? West Coast Shaving Graperoot. Since the soap had a little grapefruit and woodsiness to it, this has grapefruit and woodsiness as well. I can't remember what the root is for that woodsiness. It escapes me at the moment, but I thought it would pair well Give myself a generous amount. There we go. I was looking at Pasteur's website today out of New York. Been a while since it was a feed off my Facebook, I think, too, or in my emails and something on there. So I went to look. Oh yeah, because the Oktoberfest is coming to Pasteur's. I don't remember when. I won't be able to go. Bummer, because that would be fun. But I did notice that they had a grapefruit, just a plain grapefruit aftershave for like $14.99, $15. It's out of stock, but you know, I did put that on a watch, you know, my favorites list or whatever, my wish list, so I can look for that, because next summer when I start using this more, let me get this one down. It's still sitting up here. This is a fantastic grapefruit scent, but yeah. So I wanted just a pure grapefruit to go with it, because I've been using this. Okay, the cap's on it. There we go. But there. So shave is done. Feels good. I'm ready to go out and face the day. It's Saturday. I'm gonna go out and mow the lawn and put some stuff together, what have you. Just, you know, man chores. So that's next on the list. But I hope you enjoyed the shave, and go with God.